can talk game now because ImmenZ and iDomina are in to Operator Select. Presidential Plane, first game of the night, first map of the night. What do you have up your sleeves, attacking team? Because the presence is all on you on this map. We've talked about that time and time again, and this is a heavily defender-sided map. So far, sticking with the Fantastic Five.
Yep.
No Rook on defense, though.
Yeah, that's different. And Castle, which...
Castle I can see on
I
here.
guess,
Like,
yeah,
we've talked about how we hate him, because more often than not, you're going to block allies off before you're going to knock enemies off.
Right.
Even more so here, because there aren't windows that you can really block.
Mm-hmm.
But you're already all locked in a very small space when defending these bomb sites, the meeting room and office. You can't roam too far just because by the time you get back there, if your team has died, that's the bomb site lost. There's no retaking those. If your team hasn't died, then why were you roaming? Because they clearly did.
Right.
So just slowing down the enemy team's advance across the entire plane by castling at a distance, I'm not too against.
I guess it's just, I don't know, it's... I personally...
By no means. I'm not saying I would rather there be a Rook there. I'm just trying to justify, okay, if it's picked, I can understand. I just don't.
Right. I mean, I personally, on the attacking team, when I see castle walls and windows, I honestly feel a little more comfortable, like, oh, I can take my time figuring out how I want to open this because, you know, they're not going to shoot me through it.
Yeah. Completely.
They've totally sealed
off
off.
the bomb site.
Yep.
I mean, the outside, there you go, exactly you say. Ash just runs straight up and starts staring through the window because she knows it's safe to when she sees the castle barricade up there. They have left open one side towards the kitchen. Oh,
okay.
Stex!
That's not a good start for the defending team.
No. Not a fan of Chinook.
Oh, it's painful to watch because you know it's about to happen, but he has no idea. Well, no, he should have an idea.
Yeah, he has
see them do. He has a complete idea. What am I talking about?
Silhouettes are there for them.
All right.
Oh, and the blood spatter's now going to be there and just remind him of it all game long. Oh dear.
Stex will get a stern talking to after this game.
Oh. Yeah. I'm sure he's getting a stern talking to the moment it happened too. There were some choice words to be said, no doubt. So, thankfully it was mute, and if there's any saving grace, mute is one of these operators that you put down your gadget and walk away. So he's still semi-useful.
Right.
While not being dead, but I'm sure the extra gun would have been nice.
Drone activated.
So, everyone in dominance. Stex is now looking for trouble himself, walking around in front of teammates' sidelines. And Denver takes down Dignitas down the far side of the plane. So here we go. Here is the one defender holding off this end of the aircraft. And picks up the first kill in doing so. Climax at the top of the cockpit stairs. Takes a couple of shots off in his direction, but Denver is still holding him up. They're now wasting time. And once again, we're down to minute 15 seconds as Slevin takes down the diffuser. They're trying to make that break for the meeting room spawn, or meeting room bomb A, but can't get in there thanks to the castle barricade, and drop the diffuser right outside. Shock drone comes in, looks for Stex, does take him down before the drone's finished off. Slevin now holding a window, sprint straight across, pick up the diffuser, but you're going to be standing in the same hole you saw your teammate die. How he survived that, I'm not entirely sure. Peeks the wrong side, now Slevin's this side, does get tagged, neither of them pick up the kills as Denver finishes off Climax down the far end. DeWow now pinned and stuck in a corner with the diffuser and no HP. Still dancing around Stex's crosshairs, aiming very low. Oh, Slevin's right underneath them. Smoke charge goes out. Hides against the wall again. Owens comes down and takes down Denver. Now DeWow comes Slevin, and suddenly, actually, this is looking good for the attackers. Eddie now, the last man, looking for DeWow. Can't find him through the hole, and their attackers take round number one in a very, very sloppy fashion, but they take it all the same.
Hey, sloppy works.
Apparently so.
I mean, the FAMAS is such a strong weapon on this map. It's it's the big SMG-11, you know? It's almost the same rate of fire, arguably much easier to control, and a bigger magazine. Of course.
Oh.
With a bigger ammo pool.
Very, very interesting start then from ImmenZ.
IQ on Eddie.
Let's see if it's going to last. I didn't want to think it did. He's swapping out for Twitch. As you just mentioned, Twitch's weapon is so damn good on this map.
Yeah, this is, out of any map to have Twitch's weapon, I feel this is the one.
And it is not gonna stick. Alright, IQ is coming out then for
IQ over
our
Twitch,
attacking
alright.
squad.
We'll see what they do.
ImmenZ on defense also taking no rook. They're taking the castle instead. Where are you going to put yours? I imagine one's going to go here, right? Yeah, of course it is. That's very, very easy for the attacker to get into and plant behind if you don't reinforce it in any sort of way. So there is that there. They have themselves a Frost, and he's running the Super 90. So it's nice to see Xbox players starting to bring that into their repertoire.
Just in time for it to get nerfed.
Yeah, but if you're playing the basement level of Presidential Plane, you can post-nerf. It's going to be very, very strong.
I mean, we've seen Pulse do work on people in this map with the 1014, and Super 90 is going to be basically the same shotgun.
Yeah.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Smoke.
Attackers are moving out to locate a
running
bomb
around
and
with
defuse it.
that SMG-11 as well. Looking for a stray Indomina player on attack.
So Eddie is IQ with the diffuser, so I'm very curious what Eddie's going to do this round.
If Owens has his way, Eddie's just going to straight up die. He's looking for a window, looking for an opening. Gets droned out instead though. Has to turn a lead. Climax, that's like the 4th time he's put that shield down. Got to make sure
just right.
Just right.
Just right.
So you're running the AUG. I know a lot of people do like this weapon. A lot of people like a 5.52 as well.
Well, especially after the recoil buff the AUG got, it's a much better gun.
Oh, can you make work with it? Everyone else is still journeying around. Ultimately, the entire attack from Indomina is coming from this back end of the plane. No one looking for the front. Ash then going to destroy it with barbed wire. Yeah, and the shield will go down with that. I'm looking for these 2 barbed. Both their charges down. Misses the first barbed wire though, so we're going to have to get down there and get through that, which could get hairy.
That's one of those rare situations where I actually do not think top-down has the advantage coming down those stairs.
Very much so, because of that blocked off sight line at the top. And
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Gets the shots off in her feet through here, because she's got no range breaches left now. She just used them both. This could be catastrophic for the Indomina push too. Does get the drone in, gets a little bit more information. Now sprints across the gap. She's going to start trying to punch away at the door. And is successfully landing a lot of shots into this. As the damage coming out from Castle isn't really landing. In fact, hasn't landed a single shot. She's just going to melee down this barricade. Takes 12 hits. Got to be pretty close. There it is.
Told you it works.
I don't think that would work on PC.
I don't know.
I don't want to start another debate, but I...
Swapping bags.
Peeking out again. Steck's still looking for that opening. Climax is just watching her feet, making sure she stays in there as the push from the rest of Indomina comes down the stairs. Here they go. They got through the barbed wire. Denver and Slevin are at the bottom, holding the angle. Slevin peeks out and gets his head blown clean off. Denver's now going to look for a peek a second time. Goes for the grenade before the shot. Doesn't land anyone with it. Climax back to holding that angle again. Smoke smokes him out in the corner. Castle gets shot underneath though by Eddie from somewhere. Oh, up top, in fact. Eddie shot him from up top, down through the floor. Really, really nice done by him. Stex, though, taken out as he tries to push further in. Denver comes down and grabs 2. Owens and Dignitas both drop down, and there's only 2 defenders left. Looking for another attacker win here, but they'll lose one more. Chinook in the back here, taken out by the MP7. Eddie sprints straight into Jaeger's Bandit's crosshairs, but wins the firefight. And the timer runs too low for the plant to be completed, as Jaeger took the flank and stopped the plant.
So clearly IQ is obviously just picked for the weapon, but over
Weapon
Twitch
and the
I'm
breach
surprised.
charges. Yeah. The breach charges used well, getting access and shooting down through into the floor there was very nice, but there are operators that can do that as well. Twitch being exactly one of them.
Yep.
But it worked, so power to them. Defenders again then winning a round, but only just
Attackers
thanks
need to
to
locate and
a
defuse bombs.
2-angle push from the attacking squad.
Second floor.
Place device.
Domina back to defending upstairs. Same as before. Exactly the same operator setup. See if they can do it with 5 people this time over, or if Stex is going to do something about this pesky mute on his team. Get rid of him again. Back to the Fantastic 5 for our attack team. Still not seeing anything too crazy out of the ordinary. They're just playing this very much the same and taking similar firefights.
5
But
seconds to insertion.
just
Stop worrying about
having
grenades
confidence
now.
in the fact that they'll win them. Really
Attackers
still confused, to be fair, as how the hell
moving out to locate
Twitch
a bomb and
survived
defuse
and
it.
won that last round. Standing in front of that one reinforced wall, sprinting across to pick up the diffuser, then sprinting back and getting away with their life. Should not have happened. But it did, and it won in the round, so they're 2-0 up.
And they did pick this map, correct? I actually forgot which team picked which.
Yes, ImmenZ picked this map.
ImmenZ picked it,
so
okay, okay.
starting to buck the trend of choosing a map and losing it.
They're winning it.
So they're starting to buck the trend.
Oh, okay. Buck the trend? That's that must be a UK term.
It's like when a horse or
Bucks, okay, yeah, okay. I see where you come from. Never heard it. Thought you said back the trend.
why they just used a breach charge on this and didn't just sledge it, not entirely sure, but I think they wanted the explosion and the confusion, even though they droned it and seen that it was clear. Sledge goes straight in. Does watch this top floor cargo hold as he saw 4. Jaeger is close.
Here we go. Stay back.
Holding this corner very, very tight. Both of them looking for that quick peek out. Shots do rattle past Denver. He, however, lands a couple of tags onto Sledge. Nothing coming in return there. Minute and a half already gone, halfway through the round. And once again, we haven't really seen too much movement towards any of the objectives from the attacking squad. Stuck up here in cockpit for now. 3 of them. Twitch does drone down through the hole they have made. Checks this big open hole.
A bomb has been located.
Sees where all the defenders are.
Gotta see some bravery.
Grenades going in, smokes going in rather, from Ash, trying to cover the holes that they've just spotted out. Looking to get in. Dignitas drops state down, gets a little bit stuck, will sledge that hole. The smoke comes out from Smoke himself, but the plant is now inside the A site. He's got to try and get somewhere safe and clear from barbed wire to get the plant down, and does do so. Grey Q picks up 1 kill as Stex tries to peek out a doorway.
Attackers
And now here it comes. The attackers have the advantage. They've got to lock down this position. They have 5 men alive, and only Smoke and Jaeger are left up. Smoke's still stuck in a corner. Climax is hidden down behind 1 chair. Through the spray comes Dignitas, and Slevin takes him down. Sorry, Dignitas take down Slevin. And there it is, the last man down. Denver coming from the other end of the plane, thanks to his rooftop position before. Shut down and a complete shutout as ImmenZ with a 5-man team successfully plant and defend it on presidential plane.
It's I am just shocked they keep reinforcing A off completely like that. It makes it so the second they do manage to get inside, you have no hope of retaking it. It's become virtually impossible. You have that one tiny little door. There's no way that a Pro League player is going to miss shooting you, and you have to get sight on the entire room. The second
I would love to see them reinforce it off the same as before, but hide someone in there with a shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're not going to play inside there, you should open it up. If you are going to play a player inside there with a Super 90 or something, then sure, let's reinforce it. Because you know the attacking team's trying to sprint in there super fast, just as they did.
Yeah, they've done it twice now.
So they're going to die to a Super 90. But that's exactly it. They're reinforcing it, but then playing the other bomb site only. Which just leaves A totally open to be taken.
So, ImmenZ now, having successfully defended the bomb site downstairs earlier, and now trying to defend the bomb site upstairs. Will they be as successful here? They will take themselves to match point if they do. Still no selected. And right now, I'm not even too upset about the lack of gadget. Like, 3 armor users are just incredible on this.
Oh, right.
Because of how small and tight corners, snappy and scrappy the firefights are.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of headshots, but I definitely agree.
We've seen a lot of headshots to finalize the kills, yes, but the earlier trades were just scrappy and snappy.
Yes, that's true.
Like, even if you just picked a Kapkan or a Chanka, or just any other 3 armor operator, they can be very, very strong in this tiny, small space.
Right, there's not a huge amount of roaming going on from either teams, and no, I completely agree. Heavier armor.
It's not like you have to be that speedy in such a small map. But we'll watch, as right now we've got IQ back in Eddie's hands. Upstairs, they're starting to come in, but RayQ is hiding around one
Attackers
corner.
dropped the diffuser.
Don't think he's been droned out yet. Chinook is right there. He knows because the shots are rattling. Does he know that Thatcher is there too? He has an idea, takes him down. Now he knows that Thermite's in the corner. Let's take a couple of shots off, but the headshots are there.
Got greedy.
Takes him down to about 75% health. Grenades, and doesn't manage to blow up that trap door.
Awkward.
Gets it the second time over. Is it safe to drop down there though? I'm pretty sure it's not, because this time there are 2 defenders inside the A side. What a shotgun.
There we go. Yeah.
And it's not been completely barricaded off from the rest of the team. There is still an open doorway there so they can watch the drop down from it. Dewell holding this room on his own, Smoke holding the corridor. Watching the other direction, and the men's just being very, very patient. The new 1UP eSport holding their own.
1UpEsport.net. That is a lot of name.
Yeah.
So Eddie must just be very partial to that hog.
Yeah, definitely the case.
Which, hey, if it's gonna win you gunfights, then why not?
Sure. Right now he's emptying a corridor. Then he's empty. 45 seconds on the clock, and we're still not seeing a whole lot of movement here for iDomina. They are starting to get the smoke charges used up though, so this is good. Using it before there is too little time on the clock, but they will not have much time left after they have all been expended. Smoke has one more. They know he's on this corner. Throws out the last charge just as Denver peeks. Denver sees him, tags him a couple of times, but the smoke forces him back away before he can finish him off. Shots coming through the wall, but again, not enough to land. In fact, not even close. Now Denver's going to peek straight out, spraying down into that little corner instead, but Eddie wasn't told exactly where Smoke was. Smoke grabs 2 from the same spot that Denver had shot him at previously. Denver looking for him this time around, does manage to drop him, but the damage has already been done, and Denver has no health now as well. With the timer running low,
Oh,
once again,
Denver.
no time to get the defuse down. The power of Smoke.
Power of, I mean, there's no way that the 3 of them shouldn't have all been shooting at Smoke. At least 2 out of 3 of them.
Oh, I agree. But
Yeah.
even if he'd have died, they were nowhere near that objective.
No,
Because
no,
they
absolutely
sat there for 30 seconds stuck behind those smoke charges.
He absolutely, completely trumped their push entirely.
Yep, 100%. Ash was coming behind, but again, couldn't do anything because of the corner he was sat in. They couldn't stop those smokes going off. They just had to wait for them all to time down. 30 seconds off the clock. And with all the barbed wire between them and the objective as well, I don't think they'd even have the time to walk up to it, let alone the other people on the other side shooting at them. And we take ImmenZ to match point. Very, very quick map so far. They're on attack. They've had success attacking twice so far. And it's the same bomb site again from iDomina. So, couldn't defend it twice. Try again a 3rd time.
A 5-0 plane will be very impressive to see.
Very impressive.
But like I've been saying, if you're a team that's been practicing it and confident in your attack, this is the map to 5-0 on. Because you know pretty damn well you'll probably do alright on defense. And if you're confident in your attack, then you're just going to stomp the other team.
Being very particular about which wall he reinforces here. Wants to leave the one in the middle open. Gives them a fire line straight down into the kitchen. Don't shoot Chinook. That would be, there we go, an ImmenZ move. That wasn't ImmenZ move, I lied. It was Stex that did it first time over. And they are doing, oh no, not who I said it was, who is it? There, Smoke. They've barricaded Smoke inside instead, so at least they're adapting a little bit to leaving this completely wide open.
And
Eddie,
they've opened it up a little too. They didn't reinforce the whole thing.
yeah, exactly. So, see if this works out any better for them. Once more, they are pushing into the cockpit upstairs, which again has been reinforced as Castle and Ash have a little lovers' romance through the window. Stuck on 2 different sides of the world already. Romeo and Juliet story. Ash and Castle.
Why all the fighting?
Denver picks up the first kill though onto Dignitas upstairs, so that's the cockpit being secured and locked in again by Denver and his Jaeger. He's had a very good time doing that in the previous rounds, and now the kills are starting to throw out for them as well. ImmenZ down that man. 5-4, but it's still being very, very passive. Looking for their way in this time. Owns and Climax get in.
Special charge. Stay clear.
And Thermite gets his charge off. Just about, in a minute, when he decides to. Chinook still up top here, is slowly peeking his way around the corner. Starts a couple of shots towards Climax, but doesn't land too much damage, has to turn and run away. The charge has gone off, Denver is downstairs. Smoke through the hole is keeping Ash locked outside. The hole's got a damn sight bigger. Smoke to a little bit of damage from it. Eddie was downstairs, now at the back end of the middle side of the plane, looking towards that front door as well. Nice position from Slevin, holding that drop down. He knows it's been blown, he knows they're looking to come down there. And with 55 seconds left, they've got to do it pretty soon. Twitch and Ash still locked outside the main entrance. Everyone still holding their angles very, very tightly for the majority of defenders. Top of the stairs, Denver knows they're coming here. He sees one, turns away at the wrong second. Raikou gets one, but is immediately taken out by Stex. The diffuser is still up there in the cockpit, though. Frost holding him up there, running back and forth. Has to lock it away. DeWow takes down Stex, so they are 3v3, but the diffuser is still upstairs. Owen's going to drop down through the hole. Climax is here with him. Climax goes first, gets away safely, but they haven't managed to broken the door behind them. 15 seconds, and he's got to get inside the A bomb site. He's stuck on barbed wire, and he will be dropped. DeWow now has 2 to find. All they have to do is hide. Doesn't matter. Eddie finishes him off, takes him down, and the defense and iDomina get their first round on the board.
Again, they just changed it up a little, and a whole lot better defending round for them.
Yeah. Ultimately, I feel like most of that round was won, though, by Denver this time.
Yes.
Picking up that kill onto Sledge upstairs in the cockpit, swung the ImmenZ attack straight away, holding them there for so long afterwards, keeping that diffuser so far away from the main entrance, and locking them out.
Fuse coming out.
Yeah, here's the problem, though. It's a fuse, but they're attacking. We mentioned how strong defense can be, and yes, they finally got around on the board, but ImmenZ are now back onto defense. The fuse is also gone as the last second
IQ's coming up.
hits in, and IQ is back here for Eddie. They are now finally on a different bomb site because they won that first round here, then won their next defense upstairs, and are now back down here. But it did become a very, very close round. Down to the last couple of seconds, the diffuser was being planted. And was killed mid-plant, which allowed the win for the round. But ultimately, it was not the worst attack we've seen iDomina do. They didn't have the worst of times here on this end of the plane, down in the cargo hold. They just got stuck a little bit on that horrible stairwell that you mentioned. So if they're a bit faster getting down there this time, they might have another shot. The perfect way to attack this bomb site is you take an Ash and you take a Monte, and you come in from the cargo hold entrance. You smoke off the 2 alleys side by side, and then you stand there with Monte. You have a player at the top of the stairs, and you can plant from the cargo hold door because Montaigne's shield is covering everything. And then you sit outside, you sit at the top of the stairs, and they cannot get close to defusing.
Until they throw a smoke grenade. A smoke.
Doing that, then you got a player inside.
That's true.
And smokes aren't impenetrable bullets. Here comes the attack. Domina. Turning each other around. Sledge going to go in up top. Ash this time not wasting all her breaches on barbed wire. And is opening this castled up door, but is immediately locked outside by Castle himself. Smokes are being used early up the back of the plane. All 3 of them are actually gone now.
Wow. And there's
no one
really
actually
anyone
close
there.
to it. Yeah, they're not actually holding anyone out at all. Eddie feeling confident enough to push up as Sledge starts to trade back and forth with Owens. Needs a bit of support though. Makes a hole inside this little section. Owens realized, I don't think he did, and as a result, Denver picks up the kill. Got there a little bit quicker than I think Owens expected him to, and the backup from the other two players coming into the stairwell allowed him to get that flank on. So Owens did an okay job, wasting over half the round, but is now down and dead. Can iDomina make their way in towards the objective with the diffuser, which is stuck behind all this barbed wire and this shield right now, with a minute left to go. Eddie, once again, far breaching above some of these objectives, making sure no one's flanking around this way, but in fact push from this direction, I suspect. Yeah, nope.
Thought about it.
Gets a little bit too excited, shoots a little bit too fast. Denver picks up a second kill now. Thatcher coming down, takes a lot of damage from Castle and will in fact fall. That's the diffuser on the floor. Climax now trying to do it from a range. We'll see Denver as well. Actually puts him down, and that's the diffuser down a second time. Eddie flanking from the back will pick up one kill. Drops down through the floor. Downs DeWow. Climax has no health whatsoever. Can't get him up. Turns straight into Ash. iDomina pick up another round.
Wow.
The comeback is
That was
truly here in force.
That was, did not expect that.
Not entirely sure what Castle was thinking going back around that corner. He knew there were people coming from that direction. He knew it was exposed, and having turned and faced towards where IQ was for so long,
Right.
he knows that she's had complete free roam and time to run in and do wherever she wants. She could have been anywhere. Why peek that corner mid-reload? Do not know. But he paid the price for it. They lose the round. And it is now 4 rounds to 2 in favor of iDomina. And ImmenZ are back on the attack. This time, though, they've got to attack the cargo hold. First time iDomina are going to have been down here for defense. And they are switching things again. Finally taking a 3 armor operator. They're taking Capcan. Will it work out?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
He uses up all of his ammunition on one drone. It's not going to be a hell of a lot of use, but he's taking his time. There we go. Just the one magazine required. Where are you placing your charges? Waka waka. Castle. Hasn't placed any yet. Castle going to keep his reinforcements close to the objective itself. Chinook should use his even closer. And of course, don't put a Capcan trap on a castle barricade, ladies and gentlemen, because when the castle barricade gets blown up by whatever breach charge they use, so does the Capcan. He's not actually using any of his traps right now, so not picked for the traps at all. 100% for the 3 operator armor and the good weapon. I like you, Chinook. You can stay.
But it's kind of, at the same time, it's like, why not throw them down? At
100% no.
You know, at the worst case, you put them a couple places you don't want somebody to flank you from, just so that you have to hear them shoot it, do something to it.
Denver forced to turn and run as he can't kill that drone, and in doing so, sacrifices Eddie's life. So down is 1 player from iDomina already. The defense of this basement not starting out too well, but Chinook answers and takes down DeWow, still on this floor, and for his trouble, Ash, Reikyu, is on very, very low HP. Chinook slowly leaving and walking away from that location, trying not to make too much noise on his way, so as to keep the defenders the attackers paranoid while up this end of the plane. Yeah, that's what they are. Thatcher, Climax, droning around, trying to track down where the hell this Capcan went. Sees that wall knocked open. It scares him enough to back away. Reikyu then also on his drone, a little bit scared, a little bit checking. Dignitas is still roaming around and checking the top of this cargo hold stairwell. Only used up half their round. Owns now will break a trapdoor right above the A-bomb site, sorry. It's definitely been the favoured one for teams to attack. And Chinook is coming back down the far end of the plane now, over the top of the ImmenZ squad. If he drops down here, it could be devastating. It could also do nothing at all, depending on his timing. If he waits for them to push into the objective, he could devastate them all from behind. He's got to wait for the communication from his team for that to happen though. Reikyu trying to smoke inside. Most of it gets taken out by a trophy system, but one will go off. Denver pre-firing through the smoke, waiting for them to come inside. They will hold off. Owens now comes down. Chinook does drop down, takes down Dignitas, the last man standing upstairs. And then Slevin takes down Owens as he tries to come in through the staircase with the diffuser. Rayq sprints in through the door, but is now pinned and they know exactly where he is. He's got the diffuser. He's going to try and put it down. Hiding in the corner. In fact, he's in the stairwell, so he can't even put that down. Denver starts firing with Climax. Neither of them finish each other off too much, but there we go. Chinook with the flank tanks down Climax, and Slevin gets Rayq as he peeks back out. iDomina now with 3 rounds on the board.
Quickly starting to look like overtime.
Very much so. It's all coming down to this then. ImmenZ, can you finally clean out this round with your final defense? Or are we going to overtime? They're starting to crumble. iDomina clearly didn't know quite how to play this map to begin with.
Right.
But they have learned and adapted very quickly. Which, to be fair, isn't a huge surprise. It's not a tough map to defend. So while you may not know it originally because you've never played it because you expect it to be banned and taken away all the time.
Right.
Once you do get forced to play it, it's not hard to figure out, oh wait, this is pretty easy if I just hold these really small angles because they have to come through these really small angles.
Right.
So glad to see that they're pulling that off, and as a result they're pulling it back. Can they continue this spree though? They've got to win the attack now.
They've got the momentum.
Definitely got the confidence. ImmenZ got to be shaken. So long as iDomina don't go back to their team killing ways. They might be alright. ImmenZ back up into the meeting room then. Is their choice for defense. Taking the same as before though. Are they going to put anyone inside the A-bomb this time around? They did it last. Or iDomina did it rather last, and it worked out nicely for him. There is one of those castle barricades we don't like though. Owens looking to go up that end of the plane, realizes he can't get there because Climax has said no. Climax looking for a peek outside and gets his head blown clean off by Stex. Down a man already. ImmenZ, not a great start to what could have been your match or map winning round. Now got to go on the immediate defense and the super tight defense. All 4 members inside the 2 different bomb sites. Just got to wait for iDomina to come close. iDomina need to realize now that they're a man down, ImmenZ are playing super passive, and iDomina cannot waste any time getting to the objectives. You've got 2.5 minutes. This could all be used to peek and poke and whittle away the defenders. Right now, you're wasting time up the other ends of the plane. You need to figure out that you can make your move down in this direction. Eddie looks like he's starting to realize he's sprinting this direction, starting to get quite mobile as Stex's drone dodges around Owens' fire again. Blowing a couple of trapdoors up top along the way, making sure he creates other possible routes, other sources of confusion for iDomina. But needs a thermite in the cockpit, same as ever. The rest of them now looking to come down. Stex does come up the main stairway and is dropped to Rayq. Why he pushed up so aggressively there without his team in support, I don't know. All he had to do was wait on the stairs and make sure there's no extra peeks outside and wait for his team to start pressuring from this direction. Now, there is no threats from that end of the plane.
It's again that timing thing we were talking about earlier. Just not waiting for the actual pincer, a little pinch together.
And suddenly iDomina, you're at 1:20 left, and once again, you're wasting your own time by being too cautious. ImmenZ are 1 win away from winning the map. They are cacking themselves because they've just lost 3 rounds in a row. They lost a player who stuck his head out in the first 10 seconds. They are scared, they are hiding, and they are waiting for you to come to them. Why are you holding angles like this and still running the diffuser that was in spawn, by the way? Taking so long to figure it out. You had 2.5 minutes to pressure the bombs. You have wasted 2 minutes of that time and are now down to 45 seconds with, once again, a smoke to hold you off the end of the plane. You do have Thatcher and Thermite to try and kill this wall and open it up. But there's a bandit on the other side. There goes your charge. 1 more charge in the bank. No, it's not. It's already gone. They're all gone.
Yep,
all the bandit charges are gone. 20 seconds. Smoke. It has used all his charges. But they've got to get down into one of these bomb sites with 20 seconds and 4 players to kill. 15 seconds and 4 players to kill. Eddie and Chinook looking to go down through the hole above. Here they go. They're going to drop on in. Gets shot in the back. Dignitas takes one out with a shotgun straight away. Eddie now drops on in. Also taken down with the shotgun. Last attacker up his sledge. He's got 2 seconds. 4 to find. Not going to matter. Overtime is here.
It is not here.
No, it's not here. Sorry. I'm an idiot. I got so excited.
So excited.
Why was I so backwards? Why didn't you correct me? I had that entire round. I was flaming ImmenZ for taking too long to attack, and it was ImmenZ on attack.
Did you say ImmenZ?
Yeah.
Well,
That entire round, I was talking about how ImmenZ were wasting their attack by taking too damn long, and this was them. Never mind. Whatever.
Might be time to crack a Red Bull.
It may not be time.
Might be Red Bull time.
Whatever the hell. Bottom line is, ImmenZ, they
won.
pick it, they won the map.
They did.
They held their defense tight at the end despite losing it.
Definitely had a moment of fell apart there. Lost their momentum. Lost their cool probably.
Definitely
And,
so.
But
held
they
it
still
in the end.
managed to prevent the overtime and take the win.
Yeah, so team's going to swap sides. We're going to go to Chalet. Too many eyes, too many name changes, and I'm a mess. That's
Yeah,
what it comes down to.
ImmenZ, Domina.
A couple of very, very nice angles here held though by ImmenZ there, taking up those kills into the Chalet, or into the cargo hold. Slevin dropping down to Rayq. He got a little bit over aggressive for the second kill. Knew he didn't have much time to make it happen, but it didn't work. And here again, Owens hiding in that corner, just allowed to pick up 2 easy kills where he should not have been at all. But picks them down and gets themselves the 4th round on the board. But from here it all went downhill, and Domina started to pick up round after round in return with some equally amazing shots. So, we are there. I'm still coming down from that last round, which was unnecessarily hyped because I screwed myself by getting confused about teams
Well, it's good.
halfway through the round. But,
You had a lot of energy.
yeah, so
Misplaced energy and completely wrong, but
Yeah,
a lot of
but
energy nonetheless.
yeah, it's there. It's
Yeah.
hype. Lots of hype. We are heading into Chalet. It's our next map. We've seen this time and time again. It's quickly becoming a lot of teams' favorite maps for both regions and both consoles. Kitchen Trophy Room is the bomb site to go for. That is the easy one to defend that everyone seems to go with. And we're starting to see a very standard setup for how to defend that bomb site. Has that transferred to Xbox? Are they going to do the same things?
I'm sure very similar. Yeah.
It was very pivotal on shotguns in a lot of situations from the PC players. Those are a little bit less common from Xbox players.
Right.
We did see one in the last map. We saw Frost played a couple of times doing it. If it's the same thing again, we could see the same.
Oh, yeah,
We'll see those trapdoors blown up, seeing those flanking routes opened thanks to having those drop downs. But we'll watch and see. Frost is currently in the roster. Rook is back in the roster.
IQ sticking around.
IQ is still here for
No,
Domina. No, I like the Fuse pickup more. Fuse is so
Definitely.
much better on this map than IQ because his gadget can actually be used as opposed to hers.
So much wooden floor on this map.
And yes, the Rook being brought in as well. Oh. Where are you choosing? You're choosing the Kitchen Trophy Room as well then by ImmenZ. They are starting, of course, on defense. Indomina starting as attack. This being Indomina's pick. It was up to ImmenZ where they started the map. We'll watch that setup then. Frost, you who I want to watch. Traps under windows, nothing new and surprising yet, but there's a trapdoor to your left. Are you going to shoot it? Not yet. There's still time. Traps just outside breach and charge range. If these breach charges go off, that won't destroy the trap, but it is now still a threat there. And of course, reinforcing both those walls is pivotal. Losing control of that lobby, getting that wall breached open, can end a round. This is the keystone, shall we say, of that trophy room. And these options. These walls, not so pivotal from that, but it stops people being shot either from that main lobby into the kitchen or more importantly from the kitchen window across. So it just separates it and creates this corridor of safety within the site.
It keeps your angles a little bit more linear so that it's not just totally opened up so you're getting shot from everywhere.
So last trap then down in a sort of random position within the trophy room. Not dropping open any of the trapdoors yet though. That's what I wanted to see from you. Goes and stands on it. It's clearly being told by a team to break it. You can see there was
Heard you.
Yeah, there was smoke standing there pointing at it. That one, that one. Open that one. And it is now done. So they can use that to flank down, drop through the hole, land underneath anyone that may be in the garage later on in the round once they get that information. But for now, Eddie opens up the killing, taking down Climax, who is trying to go a little bit too far out of his way, running around the library, getting very aggressive, very quick and early inside this objective, inside the house itself. Looking now for openings with his fuse charged. First, gonna breach. Okay, Dewau hears it.
Cluster charge deployed.
Cluster charge goes off. Breach charge is still not used yet. Next cluster charge goes off. I think these could be timed better as well, to be fair. And there's the breach charge. No one's ever going to die to those fuse charges if you do it like that. They've had all the time in the world to turn and run from there.
Right.
You need to put pressure on them from somewhere else. You need to have someone shooting at them or someone pinning them into a corner. Or
Right, something to keep them from either flushing them out into gunfire or keeping gunfire to pin them
into the grenades.
Fuse. Right.
Yeah. Now those fuse charges are just completely wasted. And they can run back in there and take those positions back up again as they wish.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yeah, its fuse is a great device, but not by itself. It really doesn't carry any weight on its own.
No, so even though they're a man down, ImmenZ are now holding tight on this bomb site. Frost over a barricade. Looking into the main lobby as the grenade lands at her feet, takes her down. Owens now looks to try and get her up, but he cannot get to her. She cannot crawl to him. And there's a shield behind her. Denver's going to see her down on the floor now, puts her on her ass completely. RayQ was there to try and hold it and keep him going, but also not possible. Stex takes down Dewau at range with a pistol as well, actually. Owens will answer onto Slevin, but that's only one kill and there's still 4 alive. Stex taken out by RayQ, that P90 bullet compensation helping him a lot. Throws the grenade out again, but RayQ still goes down eventually. Smoke now owns the last man standing, has to pick up 3 kills to save the round, but 25 seconds. Chinook breaching into the trophy room. Diffuser, where is it? Is it in the kitchen or is it outside? Denver actually killing Eddie. Dominant now. Still.
A little too excited.
Yeah, on the team kill. Chinook put down. Denver now in the other side, walks straight into a trap, and somehow Owens just pulled off a 1v3. I got completely lost in how.
Yeah.
Downs Thermite there. Rook walks straight into, sorry, not Rook. Sledge walked straight into a frost trap within the trophy room. They didn't have the diffuser with 20 seconds left on the clock.
Right.
And the team kill, Denver killing Eddie.
It
so
fell
twitchy,
apart
so
very
edgy.
quick for Dominus there.
What started out as a 4v2
Right.
went to a 1v3 and they lost it.
It went from like a slow but aggressive methodical push to completely collapsed. Where'd the diffuser go? What happened? Just over.
Complete
Team
shambles.
kills.
complete shambles. So, Fuse is here again for the attacking squad. This time it is ImmenZ. Indomina on the defense, running identical setups to what they did on plane. No Rook for them still. They are taking that Frost. He is using the SMG though. So, they have no shotguns to their name. Capcan is still in their roster. This time, however, will he actually use a trap? I'd like to think so. There's far more opportunities to do it here than there is on plane. Even as you say, just random doorways where people may not be paying attention or
Right. It's
force
still,
them to shoot something.
yeah, forces them to fire at it, so you at least, if they're not running a silenced weapon, just about anywhere on the map, you know, well, there's one guy over there by my trap that I put down.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
And in that rare chance you do get a kill of somebody that's just not paying attention, not expecting it.
Yeah. It feels so much better. So, trying to secure this garage area. Will be droned out a little bit. Does pick up the drone kill eventually. And now falls back up towards his team. No one dying too quickly from Indomina this time over then. Sticking the head out the kitchens now. Denver heading downstairs, trying to make himself a little bit more unpredictable. Stex staying close to these reinforced walls, of course. He is there.
Push Wookie.
With his batteries. Trying to stave off the thermite should he arrive. Chinook running around the rest of the map, looking for an opening, looking for someone that's in a position they shouldn't be, that he can catch a surprise. And that person may be Ash. He hears her breaking this window. He's going to have an idea. With any luck, there's someone on the camera that's told him, but Owens has just chased Frost out of there with his drone. Forced her down the stairs, and Ash is going to live to fight another day for now. Camera killed, and inside she goes. Camera dead as well.
I wish I could aim at cameras that fast on a console. I'm so bad at the controls.
You could aim at anything
I
fast.
know. Like, that just really impressed me right there.
So Denver kills off that drone, and again, Reikyu is saved by Denver forcing to reposition. Fuse up and above the trophy room this time over. They killed the trapdoor already. Wow. Running around up there as well. Slevin there, inside and underneath. He's got an idea of where he may be. Putting the charge down on top. Slevin, the charge is going up above your head. You're just shrugging it off.
Hey,
Don't
no
really
thanks.
care. Dodges around them all nice and easy. Next one goes off in the kitchen as well. And ultimately, Fuse don't nothing. All those off in the kitchen.
Again, it seems they're not really using Fuse for the team aspect of his ability and more kind of just trying to get those grenade kills.
Yep. Which is very, very unlikely to happen, especially when you're trying to grenade into trophy room when the only floor you can get to is above the kitchen.
Right.
Dignitas then opens up the kill onto Chinook, so that's the roaming Frost down, but now they've got to look for Denver. Denver fires onto Dignitas again, but can't get the kill. He has put him very, very low though. Now Denver is pinned in a corner, but with 25 seconds to go, we're going to go to Ash. She's got the diffuser, and she's on the top floor with 20 seconds.
Floor-ish, we'll call it stairs.
Thermite loses his first charge to the battery. Puts the second charge in exactly the same spot. Eddie takes down Dewau, who's trying to sprint in through all the smoke. In comes Reikyu with Ash, sprints in, takes down Slevin. Now he's got to get the diffuser down, gets in, puts it down, 2 seconds on the clock, has to hold this. Sledge has been downed in the corner. Denver comes in but is finished off. Eddie now has to find 3 and defuse. Doesn't get the kill onto Owens. Has to slow down a little bit. Very, very low health on both Thermite and Ash. Defuse is in there somewhere as well. Sprints across one doorway. Thermite drops down through the floor and as a result confused the hell out of Eddie into turning his back onto Reikyu. And it all got a little bit sloppy at the end, but ImmenZ do grab themselves that round after sprinting through smokes and picking up some very quick reaction kills.
One of those rare opportunities where pushing smoke really was disorienting enough for the defending team to totally win it for the attackers.
Oh. Switching up your defense location then, ImmenZ, of course, having won that first round. This is very, very familiar to how the presidential plane.
Close. One flies the president, the other is for recreational use.
Maybe for the president as well.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But switching it up into the wine cellar. This is how we saw the round start. They picked up those first 4 rounds quickly and relatively easily. But then they put a halt on and lost 5-3. Do they have a better chance this time over? Defending the wine cellar. And Snowmobile Garage this time. They've gone without a rook. They are taking a castle instead. What are they going to castle with him? Because I don't know of anywhere that will be useful.
Well, you're going to learn today.
I don't think I am. Reinforcing all the walls up here towards the wine cellar. These walls are pivotal to holding this objective. If that gets blown open, you can be shot from all the way down here in this garage where Castle's now standing. And the attackers with ACOGs and assault rifles tend to have a much better time of doing just that. Win the trades and take control of the A-bomb site without even getting close or in danger. So, Bandit, you need to make sure first Thermite is cleared away from here, but if the call comes that he's up the other end, you need to get up the other end and hold that wall instead. So, going to be a very, very mobile, fast-moving game then from Reikyu, quite possibly. Dignitas Dewau also here in the garage with him, but Dignitas is repositioning, still running that shotgun. And right now, it's still very useful in this wine cellar location because of its stupid range that is yet to be nerfed. Until tomorrow. All praise tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty useful everywhere in all circumstances right now. I think a lot of people are excited about that change. Except the avid Frost users, of course.
I know a bunch of Frost users in our European Pro League that are still very much excited about it being nerfed.
Oh, yeah. It's the same as even with
Tunis
smoke.
from Sifu. He loves playing Frost, but he himself will win around and get 3 kills at stupid range with Frost and goes, I can't wait for it to get nerfed. It's like,
Oh, it's
but you just played her. You just won around. Yeah, but she did that.
yeah. When you get like a 5-piece with the SMG-11, it's again same deal. I love smoke. I have more hours with the SMG-11 than any other gun in the game, but I'm still totally on the 4 nerf side.
Dignitas being pinned then in and under that location as Eddie takes down Owns from somewhere across the map. There, back alley hallway behind the snowmobile garage. Takes out that first kill onto Smoke, and that is huge because of how much damage we've seen smoke charges do to teams before. Does spray through a random wall. Just break the barbed wire. You're already making a hell of a lot of noise sitting in it. Go. You got to hit it first. There we go. There we go. Now makes a slightly better move in. DeWow tags him. Falls back.
Oh, Eddie.
Oh, Reikyu goes huge. Just sprints into
Reikyu,
Eddie.
Sorry. Yeah. It's close.
Gets aggressive, gets the kill, comes away with it. Fuse charges I don't think had been used. I didn't see. Didn't hear him go off. The rest of the team are pushing somewhere else. Thermite is nowhere near any of the doors and is just blowing trapdoors instead as the pushes are coming on through. Denver in the mini wine cellar has made a hole. Can't get through it though. Now has to go through. DeWow on the other side of that door. Makes another hole here and Dignitas is pinned in the corner. Stands up at the right time, dodges the aim and drops Denver with that Super 90. Slevin now pushing from the side here with Ash. The only 2 attackers left alive, and iDomina looking in danger of losing their 3rd round in the trot. Dignitas is down. Thatcher in through the hole. We'll see Climax gets him as well, and suddenly it's 2v2. DeWow peeks out, drops down Slevin, but the diffuser now all in Ash's hand with very, very little health. 5 seconds, she's got to plant it. She will do that. Reikyu finishes off the down player already, and in he comes from behind. They couldn't find Ash until she finishes the plant.
I got confused for a second.
Yeah, I was like, Reikyu's here. What? Hang on, the diffuser was here. How is he? What? Oh, there we go. Now he finds it and diffuses it. It's easy peasy. Defenders win round number 3, and they go 3-0 up. So far, a familiar story from map number 1.
Almost a great comeback by the attacking team, but almost doesn't quite cut it.
No. Where are you going, Indominant? You got to defend again. You got to choose a different location. Or the same one, because you haven't done it successfully yet. Kitchen trophy room. They got very, very close last time, but as you said, they got confused by the smokes and people sprinting through it. Could not be shot. Will it be the same again? They are also still no rook in it. But the attacking team are still keeping that fuse in. Still want to see those gadgets used in a better fashion. But Fuse is still a great operator even without that. So if you still win the round, it can be forgiven. It's just if you're playing pro league level games.
If you're winning, do whatever you want.
But at the same time, that doesn't mean you're playing pro.
True.
The beauty of this game is there is no perfect way to play.
And especially, again, like we've said before, with how young the game is, we've already seen massive changes in a lot of strategies just in the, 7 weeks that we've been doing this. So,
4 weeks.
4 weeks, I'm sorry.
7 weeks.
Yeah.
We will be finished. We will be looking at our LAN finals and our top 2 teams from each region to compete against each other. Because right now we still don't know who our top 2 are going to be from Europe. The top of the table here is still very, very close. 3 teams on 7 points, 1 team on 6 points. All of them looking to be the teams to represent Europe in those LAN finals. North America is a little bit more clear-cut, but still all to play for. We'll find out how that goes later on tonight. Chinook upstairs still doing some reinforcements, knows he's got plenty of time, even though the phase is apparently finished. He's got ages because teams do not come in too quickly. Make sure it's all covered. Stex has to stay close, of course, as he's still looking to deny thermite charges. Denver having real trouble with this drone, does now kill it off, has to turn and run away. Giving up the garage. Shots, ooh, just about rattle off behind him. As Dignitas pushed him pretty quickly. Spends ages trying to line up that shot, and Dignitas says, I ain't going to let you take that long. Takes his head off.
It's such a big advantage, too, though, being able to see through the car.
Yes. Back onto drones that are hidden here inside the trophy room. Tas finds one man. Goes towards the window to try and take him down. Smoke using one of 3 charges already though. Still a minute 48 on the clock, so getting them out nice and early are good for the attackers. Grenades trying to come in, draw some weird pentagram on the screen, but it is the trophy system taking it out. Eddie did a lot of work last time, was the last man standing but couldn't pull it all through for the team. Is still alive. ImmenZ changes that though. Eddie is down as he's taken out through the kitchen window. 3 defenders now still alive. Slevin still holding that window. Stex still in here trying to keep himself covered and watching for thermite, but as the floor's blown out underneath him, his ears are ringing and he's suddenly scared of standing in that same spot. Pre-firing the stairs. No one coming up there yet, but Chinook is close. Chinook's on his team though, so why he's pre-firing where Chinook would be, I don't know. Raycrew changes that
Doesn't
though.
matter now.
Takes down Chinook. Now he's coming up the steps. Sees the peek around the corner. Takes a tag from Stex but can't do anything back, and there's 2 defenders to go with 5 attackers coming their way. Fuse and Dignitas coming from the dining room. Rayq still coming up these stairs. He's going to smoke it on in. Dignitas takes down Stex and is now all on Slevin. He's completely smoked off once more. They're not going to sprint into you this time, mate. They don't need to. They're going to plant at A, and you have reinforced between the bomb sites, so there ain't nothing you can do about it. Does pick up DeWout, takes down the first man with that SMG-11.
Well, his hand.
Attackers activating diffuser.
The invisible weapons. No, that wall not actually reinforced, but was only made a hole here by ImmenZ as they were shooting, looking for Slevin. That's reinforced. It's pinned in. Down to a very low time. Fuse is trying to stick his head through the hole. Rayq, you can see his feet. Dignitas on the other side of that hallway. Owns with the crossfire to the other. Rayq, there he goes. Gets spotted. Goes out with the pre-fire. Does take down Rayq, but he's lost more than half of the bomb timer. Dignitas is still down here, prone in the corner. Over the barbed wire he goes. Owns there on the other side. Takes down Owns.
Beautiful shot.
He's got to get in there quick because he's about to run out of time to defuse. Doesn't get the kill onto Dignitas.
Defenders neutralized.
And the attackers win round number 4. It was not an awful retake attempt here for Slevin, but ultimately did not have the time to go as slowly as he's wanted.
No.
And that nice prone position there from Dignitas was enough to throw him off and get him that kill. He also still had one more to find if he'd even got inside, and he needed to defuse, which he did not have time for. So 4-0.
Strong attempt. Just
Exactly what we saw last map. But it all started to fall apart at this scoreline for ImmenZ. They went from 4-0 to 3-4, but they managed to scrap it through at the end to 5 rounds to 3. Common to, or against popular belief.
Attackers need to
certainly
locate and
against your
defuse
belief,
as many
as it was
bombs as they can.
called out.
I was so hyped for overtime. I really wanted it.
Bomb located by attackers.
ImmenZ. Back on defense, back in the kitchen trophy room. He can hold on tight once more.
It's not like that computer.
Really hate that computer. Basically, Honeystick's Twitter feed if you watched it the last couple of days.
We're ready for company.
Oh, loner PCs.
So, random traps going down in the trophy room again. Won them the first round. Will it do the same thing again? Both these walls reinforced once more. So far, Thermites have managed to get through one of them a couple of times over, but
Attackers recover
not
the
really a whole lot has come from it after the wall has been breached.
bomb.
And of course, he blew that hole into the basement as well, so they can flank around there if needed. Climax, not looking to battery trick anywhere. Ultimately, don't think that's the worst idea. It hasn't succeeded in any previous rounds. Why would it now? Go somewhere else, flank around and be that pain in the backside for our attacking team. Eddie, you're taking Fuse. You picked up a good couple of opening kills in some rounds with it. Can you use your gadget properly this time? We will see. Checked almost all of the top floor then with this drone. Is confident that it's safe as Chinook's drone has checked out another location on the top floor. And now feels safe enough to go in through the window. And head straight for cameras and office. Watching the stairwell as he heard shots from that direction. And, well, Jaeger was there but is no longer. Climax coming up the back stairs. If Eddie's not careful, Climax will get around behind him. Choosing to go a different route though and actually go underneath him as ImmenZ has been downed by a grenade, but not issued. Gonna get back up again straight away. Climax is still here underneath in the bar.
The attacker's
As
bomb
Eddie now
diffuser has been dropped.
above that
Attackers
dining room
recovered the bomb
hallway,
diffuser.
above the dining room itself now, is going to start to use some charges. There goes his breach. We'll put another one here to make a hole that you can look down through. Stex picks up the first kill onto Owens. So he was revived, but it didn't last very long. Ash takes him down. More fuse charges going off. Anyone in the dining room? No!
Sort of.
Sort of,
quite.
yeah. Stex around the corner, taken down by Dignitas the Super 90, but Chinook comes in and also answers from above by taking down the Super 90. Thermite now worried about Climax coming around behind, and Slevin sorts it out by taking down Reikyu. Climax does come and take down Eddie from behind, but DeWow answers on Denver, who went too greedy trying to close in onto Climax, and suddenly the 4-2 advantage that ID did have is back to 2v2 as they all got very, very aggressive and very greedy to kill that Roma. Climax has done a phenomenal job. Slevin's upstairs, so is Chinook, but Chinook has the diffuser, we'll follow him. DeWow inside the kitchen, trophy room bomb sites, is just waiting for them to come and join him. Out the side, in through the kitchen, trophy room window is where Chinook's looking to go. Slevin takes down DeWow, so that's the Jaeger finish. Climax is the last man, but into a trap goes Slevin, not Slevin. Into the trap goes the diffuser. Slevin gets the last kill though, and it's all for naught. Climax goes down, and we do see iDomina get themselves on the board. It's happening again. It's happening again.
I would say a large part of that round went to the roaming.
Oh, it did, yes.
Absolutely.
The fact that it lasted as long as it did and came so close to the timer was the roaming. I feel a little bit bad for Climax because all he had to do there in the end of that round was not stick his head around that corner. As soon as that trap went off, that was it. All he had to do was wait. There was no chance of planting in that timer. But I don't think he realized the trap had gone down and walked straight into a spray of bullets and ultimately lost the round for his team. But they have still got a nice big buffer. They're still ahead by 3 rounds before the chances of overtime to come in. Now iDomina on defense. Haven't had the best of record on defense so far, but that was the same on plane, and it didn't last.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Reinforcements in place.
Chinook has switched up and is now using the Super 90 instead of the SMG like he was earlier on.
5 seconds to go.
Made holes in the trapdoors like before though.
He'll get to
Attackers
it.
have recovered their diffuser.
Hey.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
We'll wait and watch. The attackers are on their way then. 3-minute round has kicked off. There we go. Blowing this one because it makes it even tougher for Thermite to stand in the middle and put down weird charges. He has to pick a side or he could just fall through the hole. Now heads into here for that trap. Potentially round winning as we saw before. There we go, trapdoor has been destroyed. Hovering above it. Does he know DeWow is so close outside? That is a question.
Drone is ready.
Just waiting and being patient. Fuse journeying through upstairs. Climax checking it all. DeWow still outside. Reikyu already inside with Thermite in tow. Sledge outside by the garage still. So Reikyu and Thermite checking out the upstairs of this map that has already been drone cleared by Climax. They're still being very, very cautious. Refiring empty spots themselves. Now making their way through. Chinook, shotguns down and then knife Dignitas to finish him off. Reikyu finds Denver to reply though and makes it 4 apiece. Chinook though still here in the basement. Reikyu's got an idea. Chinook's going to peek the corner. Reikyu misses the headshot. Chinook gets landed onto the second one, but is ultimately taking more damage himself. Ash going to fall back and reload. ImmenZ Climax sending the drone in. Stex tries to come down and finish off Reikyu, but rather than waiting for a crossfire, just goes for it and gets dropped. Climax now outside, going to come in behind Chinook. Chinook's so incredibly low. Climax misses the shots though. Reikyu looking to push forward for a crossfire. Owens takes down Eddie in the back, so now Chinook sprints to try and kill him, but there's nobody there. Slevin, last man standing then, is going to try and hold iDomina in this, or they will lose their second map. He's got 3 people to find. We've seen worse happen. Climax running around outside, looking to come through this window. There's a trap there though. We'll put a charge on the window. Immediately gets downed by Slevin. Slevin doesn't know he's down though, still playing very cautious because that Super 90 SMG 11
A bomb has been
takes a
located.
blast in the face from RayQ. We'll have to hide again. RayQ dropped. Wow.
Wow.
Slevin, that didn't even look like his head to me,
Not
but
at
it
all.
was. Meanwhile, Thermite is on the A. Why haven't you planted? Plant on A, man. What the hell were you doing? There we go. Now plants on A. Climax is still down and outside. Slevin does not realize that he is
Attackers
injured and on the
activating
floor.
diffuser.
We cannot see how long. Oh, if we can. Top of the corner of the screen. He is about to bleed out, so there we go. Slevin now has an idea this is a 1v1. Oh, but peeks around the corner, reloading straight into ImmenZ's crosshairs. Nearly pulled off the 1v3. But no. 5 rounds to 1. ImmenZ take map number 2, take the series. 2 maps to nothing, and take home 3 points.